Welcome to On Demand HR's Roundup for June 2022, where we review the major HR and workplace relations challenges facing businesses. Of course, if you're always welcome to go through what we've got to cover today and each of the topics in a little bit more depth, we're going to share them on our website individually at www.ondemandhr.com.au. HR Live is a weekly live show where we take a HR or workplace relations challenge that's impacting business. We unpack it and we offer some tips, tricks, and strategies that businesses can adopt in order to navigate through. My name's Andrew Kalita. I'm the Operations Director of On Demand HR. And since 2010, we've been helping businesses of all sizes and across a wide range of industries to navigate through Australia's complex industrial relations system. And throughout this time, we've appeared in more than 120 matters before the Fair Work Commission and other bodies. And it's really this practical experience that goes well beyond theory that allows us to offer advice and insights that balance risk against the interest of the business. And this ultimately leads to insights and outcomes and decisions that are in line with the business objectives and not simply based on mitigating risk. HR Live is also a great opportunity for you to put forward any questions around HR or workplace relations that your business is facing. And if we can, we'll answer them live on the stream. However, if there's a bit more to unpack, we'll cover the topic in a future session. Alternatively, we can also give you the opportunity to schedule a free HR consultation that's supported by a strategic action plan with one of our experienced HR consultants. So with all of that out of the way, let's dig in and unpack some of the hot HR and workplace relations topics from June 2022. Recruitment continues to be a challenge in June for businesses, which is likely to continue for the foreseeable future. A monthly recruitment market update showed that all indicators were pointing towards the candidates market continuing. This was headlined on the supply side by record low sub 4% unemployment continuing, record high number of people employed, record high number of hours worked, record low underemployment, and continued low international migration. So in summary, we're experiencing an extremely short supply in the labour market. On the demand side, we saw record job listings across the country in the SEEK data. Strong increases were seen in the hospitality, tourism, and retail sectors, which is no doubt as a result of the lack of international migration that normally tops up labour supply in these sectors. To put the situation into context, Business New South Wales estimated in June 2022 that 72% of New South Wales businesses have had at least 3 failed recruitment campaigns over the past 12 months. And they adequately described the New South Wales employment market as facing its most significant workforce challenge in more than 50 years. The key message is that your business can't do much to influence these macro challenges that we're currently experiencing in the recruitment market. And instead, you must focus on factors that are within your control, such as changing and adapting your recruitment processes in order to suit the current market. To be honest with you, doing things the way you've always done them in terms of recruitment today is a surefire recipe for disaster. Many of us have also heard about the Great Resignation that was predicted to occur in late 2021, early 2022. In our view, 2022 may better become known as the Great Retention. And we encourage you all to take a look for a video covering this on our website as we cover this in a lot more detail than we're going to today. We unpack some of the strategies that we're recommending to our clients who understand that retaining their key staff is just as important as attracting new talent to their business. They understand it's far more expensive to recruit and train new staff. And also at the same time, their competitors are eyeing off their top staff to resolve their own recruitment challenge. The number one recommendation following the great work from home experiment that we now know as COVID 19 is workplace flexibility. Throughout our daily dealings with hundreds of candidates across a wide cross section of industries in our recruitment campaigning efforts for our clients, this by far is one of the most common questions that we receive from candidates. So, if this question is being asked from candidates and being offered by your competitors, what makes you think that your key staff are going to hang around if they're being directed to come to the office 5 days per week? Alongside this market led push towards workplace flexibility, we often have discussions around the requirement for line managers to develop and grow their skill sets in order to be able to effectively manage their teams in a remote or hybrid scenario. We've often seen situations where the strategic direction of the business might have been to offer workplace flexibility. However, this has not been seen on the ground due to line managers' reluctance or their inability to adapt their management style to accommodate flexible working arrangements. When it comes to the great retention of 2022, we again spoke about the importance of regular and comprehensive salary benchmarking to ensure that your current employees are being paid at a competitive market rate. The key message here is that, in our observation, salary expectations are moving much faster than what's being reported in the media and by the wage growth data. As a result, businesses who are still sticking to a once a year annual salary review are at a high risk of their wages being out of line with the market and their employees, as a result, looking for greener pastures elsewhere. Finally, when it comes to the great retention, we shared that some of our clients are looking to what may be potentially tax effective ways in which they can reward and retain their staff. We spoke about offering to pay for ongoing training, noting that there are also some elevated tax breaks currently available. We even have clients who are considering offering fuel cards to their employees to offset some of the rising fuel costs and commuting. Be as creative as you like. However, we would encourage you to consult with your accountant prior to putting any of these measures in place. We reminded clients in June that the employer superannuation contribution rate increased from 10% to 10.5% as of 1 July 2022. This was in part, or this was part of rather, the gradual increase to a target rate of 12%, which is legislated to come into effect on 1 July 2025. For your reference, the gradual increase will see a 0.5% increase each financial year until we reach our target rate of 12%. The second change in terms of superannuation that came into effect is the removal of the $450 per month threshold for superannuation guarantee eligibility. This change effectively sees that all wages earned by all employees qualify for the superannuation guarantee. For many businesses, this may pose an administrative burden for very short term or sporadic employees, particularly with the choice that employees now have regarding superannuation funds. And finally, for this HR Roundup, June 2022 saw the announcement of the national minimum wage increase. To summarise the decision, the national minimum wages have increased by 5.2% to $21.38 per hour for full-time employees and $26.53 for casuals once the 25% casual loading has been factored in. However, what's not been widely reported is that this headline increase of 5.2% does not apply to all award-covered employees. Specifically, award-covered employees that earn more than $869.60 per week. For these employees, the decision awarded a lower increase of 4.6%. The award increases are also staged in their rollout, with some awards not having the increase applied until October 2022. Most notable of these awards include the hospitality, clubs, and restaurant industries, which are being given a little bit longer to recover from COVID. In our more detailed video on this, we discussed some of the action items that businesses should undertake in response to the national minimum wage decision that you can find on our website by searching for minimum wage increases 2022. To summarize, outside of ensuring that any award paid employees are passed on the relevant increases, there are a couple of other areas where we received some very challenging questions from our clients. And these included clients that were subject to an enterprise bargaining agreement where the national minimum wage increase brought their EBA below the modern award for some classification. The other area where there was a little bit of confusion was with regards to annualized wage or salary agreements. Essentially, it's a requirement under many widely used awards for employers to specify the maximum amount of additional hours that a salaried employee can work before overtime is payable. At the same time, we need to keep in mind that this must be always subject to a better off overall test against the modern award. In some cases, employers were required to reduce the maximum amount of additional hours that an employee can work in order to remain compliant. So that's a wrap for our HR Roundup for June 2022. No doubt there's a lot of changes that were both legislative and market-based that are going to pose some challenges for businesses throughout July and the remainder of 2022. To assist with this and to stay true to our promise to deliver your business with certainty, confidence, and clarity when it comes to your HR and workplace relations affairs, please let me introduce some of our team who will explain our free HR consultation and strategic action plan.
Does your business currently have a HR or workplace relations issue?
Are you unsure how to work through compliance issues but still achieve a good business outcome?
Why not take advantage of On-Demand HR's free 30-minute online consultation with an experienced HR consultant?
At the end of the consultation, we also provide you with a strategic action plan to resolve your current issues.
To see the types of matters we can help with and to schedule your consultation, please visit ondemandhr.com.au/advice.
We look forward to delivering certainty, confidence, and clarity for your business in your HR and workplace relations affairs.